Hey everybody, welcome to part 2 of my Big Brother 16 House Guest Countdown. Now if you haven't seen part 1, be sure to click part 1 in the link in the description below. Watch that one first, then come back here. Now if you have seen part 1, then get ready, here's the rest of my countdown. Let's get started. Next is Christine. The reason I rank Christine a little lower than everybody else is because I think Christine has been given these opportunities with the bomb squad, detonators, a lot of alliances in the house. I just don't think she's as strong as a game player as she thinks she is. Christine is smart, I get that. I think in terms of Big Brother, I don't think she's a smart player. Let's take the Zach and Frankie situation. When they met with the detonators and they were talking about having Christine go up and be a pawn and basically throw the competition. In her situation in the Alliance, she's a new member. She really hasn't done anything yet for the Alliance or in the game. She's made no power moves, so you think she would step up and do it. I do understand the pawns always go home, and that's a fear of hers, but I really think she was safe. I think it would have been smart in that instance for her to play the Battle of the Block. Obviously, she'd throw it, and have the other people win, and she'd be pulled right off. I don't think she was gonna go home. But then she just fought Zach back and forth saying, no, I'm not, no, I'm not. And Zach was bringing up how she hasn't really done anything yet. Christine didn't really defend herself very well. And then that put her as a target. I think in these situations, talking with other game players, I don't think she has any strategy or has any ability to save her game. I think in these situations with other players, I don't think she has a lot of skill strategy-wise in the Big Brother game. So when she's talking to these players, she's not thinking about strategy, she's panicking over her own safety, which you never want to panic in the Big Brother house. You do not want to cause any attention to yourself or put a target on your back. I don't know, I think in the next couple weeks, I think Christine's going to be one to go. I think Christine's kind of unstable, unpredictable, and I think she's blurting out all these targets she has, so I think they're going to want to get her out before they take them out. Next up is Zach. I put Zach in this position because I think Zach, like Christine, I think Zach is very blunt, he's very loud, he's very obnoxious, and I think he's drawing too much attention to himself. I wish Frankie would have split ties with him earlier, because I think Frankie would be in an even better position without Zach. I just think Zach's one of those people, like Brian a couple seasons ago, like Dan. Zach is just all talk, and he does not have that much gameplay, that much strategy, like players like Nicole and Frankie do. He doesn't think about what he says before he says it. I think just verbally attacking people is not a way to win Big Brother, unless you're Evil Dick. No, I think Zach is going to get in trouble. He has made a lot of enemies with Nicole and Christine, and I think those people in power are going to eventually take him out. I don't know, next couple weeks, I think like Christine, I think Zach's going to be one to go. I think Zach and Christine will probably be the first couple people in the jury house. Next we get to Caleb. Poor Caleb. The reason I put him near the bottom is because I think from the beginning, Caleb had a good start. I just think with the whole Amber situation and Cody, I think he screwed himself over. Cody was a very popular player in the house, and with Caleb going against him over a girl, by the way, girl Amber, who didn't even like him back and thought he was a stalker. I think Caleb will be carried around for the next couple weeks. However, I think eventually, beginning of the jury, Caleb's going to be taken out because he is a strong physical threat, even though he hasn't won a lot of competitions. I just don't see at this point they're going to carry poor puppy dog Caleb to the end. They're not going to want to do it. He's going to hang around for a little bit and then they're going to get rid of him, because he really doesn't have any strong ties in the house. Next we get to the last two players. It was kind of hard placing one on the bottom over the other, because these two players are just awful, I'm sorry to say it. But I did rank them. First, second to last is Victoria. Victoria started out in the house, I thought, well, she's another Portia, she's a princess, she's gonna be treated as such. She's like that combination of Jen and Portia, just this girl you really cannot stand to watch. She really just takes up space in the house that could have been a better player. I don't know why she was cast, probably for her looks. It's just frustrating because all she does is cry and pout all week, and she doesn't win any competition, she's horrible, and she has people drag her along, and she's just become one of those people who's just a pawn every frickin' week. and whines and complains. No, you're not going home. You're a placeholder. You're a little pawn they stubbed in because they don't want to nominate anybody else, and they know you're going to take it and people won't vote for you. You're a placeholder. It just drives me nuts because I feel like she needs to get kicked in the ass and motivate herself, because she's one of the people who's going to make it to the final 6, and then finally the strong players are going to be like, well, we're at the end, we're going to cut her off because we're not taking her to the finals. I know a lot of people have been mad at Frankie, how they treated her, but really I think Victoria put herself in this position. I don't think she's a strong game player. She doesn't talk to anybody, she's not social, so people don't feel like they want to make alliances with her, talk game with her, keep her in the loop. Sorry to say it. And bottom of the list is Jocasta. Whatever. We'll just say Jocasta. My problem with Jocasta is I just feel like she's one of those stereotype comic characters that we see every season. There's like Joe, the loudmouth chef, and then we've had a biker chick, gothic, I can't remember her name. We just have these comedy stock characters every season of these people who literally get dragged through the entire competition and get cut off at the end because they want to actually start playing the game. They kind of just sit and wait in the house all summer. I just hate floaters, I hate pawns in the game. I feel like she's just taking up the space for production value for the show. Jocasta had that week where she was sick and moped around and she missed the competition. I don't care what kind of game player you are, how sick you were. If there's a competition and your ass is on the line, go play in that competition. I just could not imagine being up for elimination and skipping a competition to save your life in the house. People need to understand you're playing for $500,000, $500,000. You don't want to throw it away because you have a stomach virus. Honey, I have had worse and I still trek on. So I think at this point we've seen her game. She's just going to make friends, have Donnie stay around the block every week, and she'll be gone right before the finale. God, I hope Victoria and Jocasta are not in the finale, because I will be very upset if a floater wins this season. So that's my ranking for the Big Brother contestants. I hope you liked this video. Please hit the thumbs up button, and also comment below on this video. Did you agree with my ranking? If not, who do you think is the strongest and the weakest player in the house? And also, who do you think is going to be eliminated next? Let me know your thoughts about Big Brother, because I know just after last season, a lot of people are attached to season 16 and they have a lot to say about the house guests this year. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that red button. I make new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. I also have a second channel called Broadway Baby, and you can find all that in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next Saturday for Jordan's Corner.